Many of our area school districts have already canceled classes tomorrow, maybe even into Friday, including Dallas ISD.
Yeah, a lot of those districts wait to see what Dallas ISD does because it's such a big district. Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Elizalde is joining us now to talk more about this big decision to close for Thursday and Friday. Thanks so much for taking the time with us today, Dr. Elizalde. I know it's been a busy time. A lot of people don't understand what goes into these decisions, and again, we're expecting things to not be terrible first thing in the morning, but to get worse as the day progresses. Can you just sort of walk us through how you come to a decision like this?
Yes, and thanks so much for asking, because I do think sometimes people don't recognize all that does go into these decisions, and we always know someone's going to think it wasn't the right decision. But first and foremost, of course, it is about the weather forecasting, and we get on National Weather Service calls. All the surrounding superintendents and we communicate back and forth. We have teams that listen to those forecasts, and then ultimately we have to look at things like, well, what are the road conditions going to be, but not just at a particular time. Like, we have to look at the whole day. Just as you mentioned, Jason, sometimes we can get kids in, but if it's going to refreeze, how am I going to get kids home? How are employees, team members going to get home? Sidewalk safety. Many of our kids in our schools, both in Dallas ISD and surrounding school districts, they may walk to school. So even sidewalk safety. And of course, we also have to look at our own facilities. Do we have facilities that we may have broken pipes, or are there certain heaters that may be not working? We have to look at all of that and then recognize that we all share, employees as well as individual students. And so it is important that surrounding school districts know what we're all doing, and ultimately we make the decisions that are in the best interest of safety and security at all times. So after looking at all of that, knowing that there was going to be ice throughout part of tomorrow, it just was going to be very difficult and too risky for us to bring in students and employees.
Now, Dr. Elizalde, does this include those after-school activities, sports, and will the students have to make up these days later?
Yeah, so thankfully, there are two things. One, it does affect all of our activities. Only deemed essential personnel will actually be working tomorrow and Friday. And we do have 2 inclement weather days built into our calendar. However, right now, we may not even need to use them because we also have additional minutes in Dallas ISD added to our calendar. So we may not have to make that up. But I say that with caution because this is early January. I don't know what the weather's going to bring throughout the rest of the month and in February. So hang on to that, because maybe or maybe not, we might have to make up some days.
Now, Dr. Elizalde, speaking of hanging on, as a parent with kids in school, they just went back. What kind of encouragement do you have for the parents? We've been trying to hold on.
And now they're back.
I know y'all were glad to have them come to us. All I can say is break out those gifts again, play some more games, make some cookies, and enjoy them. They do leave you fast. So just keep in mind, we really did want them, but we never want to risk safety.
No, totally get that, Dr. Elizalde. Thank you so much for taking the time with us. Again, we know that these decisions are very involved. This is a busy kind of day, but we're happy to get the word out so that parents can make all of those arrangements. Really appreciate you taking the time, and good idea adding those extra minutes to the calendar.
100%.
It might actually keep those kids from having to make it up.
Fort Worth ISD also just canceled. A quick reminder, you can get those closings rolling at the bottom of your screen and at WFAA.com. Dr. Elizalde, thank you so much for your time.